So today, I'm reacting to Joe Rogan full body workouts. I'll break down why he does each exercise, what they are actually training, and how he's still in a very top shape, even 58 years old. Yeah, I know, it's impressive, right? By the end of the video, you know exactly which part of his routine you can actually use in your own routine, even if you've got a packed schedule. Alright, let's see what we got here for Joe Rogan's workout.
It's all about the path. All right, set 2. Once you're on the path, staying on the path. It's just hard for people to get on the path. The first steps are the hardest steps. Just getting out the door, tying on your shoes. You got it right there. Key is you get them on. You get them on and you get going. You ever do these?
Sissy squat type of thing?
No, Nordic curls. Regardless of how much you procrastinate, as long as you take the steps, as long as you're on
That one hits so hard. You know, I've done them before and it really hurts.
the path.
You came in cold and did fucking. Oh, this is
It's not easy.
that's tough.
Once you're on the path, then you feel the momentum. Like, I've got 3 good workouts this week. I'm good to go. You wake up on the 4th day, you feel good, you get excited.
It's like I was never fat.
Once you start something, you get a habit, and then next thing you know, 6 months later, you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're like, God damn, I look good. I feel better. It's all just about momentum and staying on the path, trusting this process, and then giving your body the right fuel. That's what it's all about.
It's impressive, the body that he's got at 58 years old, really. I think he's been working out since he was like a kid, you know, just like teenager. And the body that he's got today, it's too impressive. And now the endurance, all the resistance that he has, and it's just incredible.
Do I look like shit though?
No.
I look all right?
Oh, you look a lot better than you used to look.
Yeah, you're right.
This is just a series that I always do. I always do at least one day of this every week, of this particular series. The specific movements are body weight, squats, push-ups, and then 3 sets of swings, 10 each arm, 3 sets of clean press, 10 each arm, 3 sets of windmill, 10 each arm, and 3 sets of renegade rows, 10 each arm.
Yeah, it seems like a very solid full body workout, you know. It's good that it's just like for cardiovascular system, you know, because you're always going to be doing something. Your heart is going to be racing a lot during the workout, you know. So if your time is very limited for time efficiency, it's very nice, you know, because if you do one type of just workout, you don't have to do any cardio as well, because the heartbeat that you're just gonna have by just doing this type of workout is gonna be impressive. So you don't need to do cardio because you're just gonna be doing the cardio right there during the workout.
Everything I do involves everything. It involves full body. I like to do things that when I do jiu-jitsu
It all
or
works.
kickboxing, it translates directly to that.
For sure.
Because the whole body is used to moving as a unit.
I like the way that he frames that as a part of being like in martial arts. I've done it like Muay Thai before, and I love doing it. And I know how important it is just to have like your full body like strong, you know, not just by have specific types of like, you know, bodies that are strong, because when you go to the gym, they do like very specific, isolated exercise, you know, for shoulders, biceps, triceps. Um, you're just trying to grow that specific muscle, but then when you do this type of workout, you're just basically growing, try to grow your whole body, you know. It's just like not necessarily grow, but just to make it stronger, you know, so as a whole, you know. So it's just like there is nothing really in specific here. And Joe Rogan is just like, look his size he is for 58 years old. You know, he's not trying to get bigger anymore. He's just trying to maintain what he's got and to be like in a good shape when he fights, you know. It's just like when he's on the mat doing jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai, one of these martial arts things, because I think that's what he's focusing on right now.
Nothing's isolated. Nothing's,
Yeah, no, I know.
everything is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole body moves as a unit. All right, so this is what I do. I start out, I don't know if you can do the slant board, but
Might be able to.
we do sets of 20, so deep squats. So I'm going down into it like this. I don't know if you could do this.
Yep.
And we're just gonna do sets of 22. So we'll do them together like this.
Yeah.
And then just go all the way down to deep. I like to put my hands behind and then I lift up like this. 2, 3, 4. All right.
Nice to see that it's just the warm up, and that is just gonna really warm you up for the sets that he's gonna be doing.
So we did 20 of those. Let's do 20 push-ups and then we'll do 20 of those again.
You go this fast on your warm-ups?
Yeah,
I like it.
it just gets you sweating.
The other guy is just sweating a lot in just the warm up. It's funny, but it's just it's not easy, It's just like if you're not used to it, it's not easy just to warm up like that. We're gonna get tired if you're not used to it by just warming up for the workout.
Sweaty,
Yeah, I like it.
gets you loose. And usually I'm coming straight from the cold plunge.
Did you do it today?
No.
I love the cold plunge before the workout. It really gives you, especially like if you work out in the morning, it's just like really wakes you up to get started, and it just gives you that shot of adrenaline, which just gives you that really good boost to get to the gym, which is just like feeling really good, that you just really want to lift, that you're gonna be feeling your best because of the dopamine that is released into your body. And I love cold plunge, or it could be like a cold showers as well. It's it's the same like feeling.
All right, last push-up and then we're good. We're gonna do swings, one arm swings. We'll do 10 each arm. Do you do kettlebell swings?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll do 10 each arm. Engage those hamstrings, get that lower back.
It's good for your hips, it's just like it's really gonna make them stronger, it just works a little bit for shoulders as well. And it's a really good exercise, especially if you're just like doing full body workout.
Hinge work is my favorite.
They're the greatest.
And then if you usually don't go to the gym and then you only have like weights to do, and if you're just doing exercise at home, it's a really good thing to be doing at home. It's just like it's really gonna help you a lot to keep yourself fit.
Woo! I started off with the chimpanzees, worked my way up. How long have you been working out? Since a fucking kid?
Yeah,
Yeah?
since I
I
was a
walked
kid.
in the gym when I was 13. Hey, listen, trust me, I know, but 13 years old, I was seeing juice heads, all kinds of shit. That's what inspired me. I was in there working, 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Guy took me to the Lost Battalion, to try and do Olympic lifting. Never worked out. But I've been around the gym for a long time. This is a lifelong journey.
Dude, it's all about food.
It is.
It's if you're putting in this much work every day.
It shouldn't be this issue. I should be fucking ripped.
Yeah.
I should be ripped. You go from one hands to what?
Then I go.
Love it when he mentioned about like the food. If the guy is just like saying that he's been like working out since he was very young, and he's like clearly not in a good shape, that means he's just like really eating a lot and eating like a lot of junk food as well, because if he was eating clean, he wouldn't be like totally out of shape like that, because he's saying that he's just like working out since he was a teenager, so it's very important to have your diet dialed in, and then if you're following a diet, just keep that strictly to that. It's just don't have snacks along the day. Have the commitment with yourself. Don't let your emotions drive you. Don't let your feelings drive you. It's just like, oh, I'm tired. I feel like that I need a treat. I can just give myself, a little bit something that is just gonna give me that instant pleasure. That I'm just gonna have that food rich of flavor, that burger or that fried thing. But then you just broke the promise to yourself. And then what was the point of it? Just because of having a quick hit of dopamine, of like a bit of a pleasure, just think about the short term gratification, you know, and not think the long term progress that you're having with your body, the commitment with yourself. So that's why it's important. It's just like it's so good to have your diet in point, you know, because you can see that you can be working out for so long and still be out of shape if you're not eating right. So that's why nutrition is essential during the process.
Go clean presses. So I'll do right side, rest, then left side.
Gotcha.
And this is 70 pounds. We're gonna do sets of 10.
Do work, yeah. Let's do work with this.
That really gets your shoulder, the way that he does with the kettlebell, just putting from the bottom and just up like that. That gets a lot of your shoulder. That's a really good exercise for shoulders.
I like to involve
Everything.
my body with everything. I don't like to have anything isolated.
I can't do
Yeah, I
shoulders
know.
because I get too thick up on the shoulders. It's like I can't do these, or else I'm gonna fly away.
I don't do benching,
No, right?
and I can bench. I don't do squats. I can squat. Everything I do is this stuff. Do you know Pavel?
Yeah, I think he's more like, as he doesn't really want to get bigger anymore. He just wants to keep the body that he's got and keep the strength that he's got. So that's the main thing about this type of workout that he does. And it does the job, you know what I mean?
Tatsulin is?
Yeah, of course.
I follow his principles, and Pavel's principles are like if you can do 20 reps of something to failure, don't do 20, do 10. Do 10, wait a long time, like 5 minutes, and then do another 10.
Okay.
The idea is you want to be completely recovered before you do your second set. That way you're doing the same amount of reps as if you were going to failure. You're doing it over a longer period of time, but he feels like,
energy.
yes, full energy, full strength. He feels like strength is a skill, and you shouldn't do skills when you're tired. You shouldn't be like,
I feel
you shouldn't be like that. You should just do the same amount of reps, just space it out over time, and you'll get stronger and you'll minimize your risk of injury. And your body will adapt to it better.
I work out with dudes in LA, and it's like no matter what, 20. No matter.
I love that his point about that he just mentioned that you don't have to go to failure into all the exercises. When I personally do my workouts, I don't go to failure in all of them because I don't think it's necessary. So when I normally do my exercises, I normally have like 2 working sets by the end of my, the exercise, which is just if you go like 4 sets to do, normally like the 2 last ones, I do until failure. But what I do is I normally keep those repetitions a little bit low, between like 6 to 8. So I try to give my best on those because I really want to keep increasing the weight that I'm lifting. But I don't think it's necessary, depending on the type of workout that we're doing. So for example, if I go to the gym like 4 to 5 times a week, you don't need to do like all the exercises until like, failure, you know what I mean? But if you're only going like, to the gym like 2 days a week or 3 days a week, depending on the type of the workout, it's important that you do like, most of the exercises to failure, because if you're trying to build muscle, which is different to Joe Rogan, and then you're doing like, hypertrophy, that I really want to get the most of the workouts that we're doing, you have to do them for like high intensity workouts, which means is you're gonna have to do most of them until like failure. So you just go up to actually your maximum. It's just like, especially if you don't have time to be at the gym, if you've got like 45 minutes to be at the gym to do your workouts during the week, you're gonna get the most out of those 45 minutes. So it's just like, and then if you don't have other days to go to the gym as well, that is just another reason that you really need to get, you can do some drop sets with high intensity, and that's just gonna help you a lot to get your gains. Remember, it's just like Joe Rogan is not trying to get bigger anymore. He's not trying to build muscles. He's just trying to keep the way that he is. So this is why this type of workout that he's doing. It's good for the people who really want to lose weight because it's just like keeping your body in a movement all the time. You know what I mean? And but if you really want to build muscle, I don't think that it's just like it's gonna be the best option for you to do. You know what I mean? So it's just like you can build some muscle with that for sure. You can, but in the long term, you need to go like to the gym and really trying to do some isolated type of like exercises in order to grow more muscle.
No matter what, 20 reps, big weight, small weight, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Shit fucking taxes you.
Yeah.
You can't even walk the next day.
Yeah, that's not the smartest way to do it.
I want to grapple somebody.
Yeah?
I don't know why. Shall we?
Yes, sir. The whole idea with windmills is really, we're working on range of motion. I'm going down like this, looking at the kettlebell, and then I'm going up.
So you're hinging like this, ass out like that?
So point your toe.
Point. Yep.
Point, because we're gonna go down with the left. So point this side.
Yep.
And you're gonna clean, you're gonna press. And then once you have it pressed, you're gonna do this for 10. See, my arm slides down and I'm running.
And then
back
I'm
of
up
my-
straight?
Yes. I drop down to 50 pounds. I like a little bit lighter with windmills.
You gotta show me windmills more. I can't get in that position.
Yeah.
It's so tough.
Just slowly work yourself into that position. So like,
But not for reps, just like hold it right here.
okay.
I'm pointing.
So clean, press, and then just slowly work your way down as low as you can. As low as you can, hold it, and now slowly bring yourself back up, straight up. But keep the arm up in the air.
That's the problem here.
You don't even need to do weights, honestly. Just get down like that, keep that up. Yeah, you're a little inflexible.
That's hard. And I don't think I have seen that exercise before, to be very honest. And it's good to know that it's just like he's doing it because it's more about I think, about like body control, I would say. So it's a really interesting exercise to be looking at.
Flexible in your shoulders.
Which is bizarre to me.
Because as you drop down,
Bring them back that way.
right, but you do very specific motions.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of this. You gotta do stuff where you're extended.
You're making me feel like I'm an asshole.
No, you look, fuck, you're a house. You're strong as fuck, dude. It's all the stuff you're doing. You're doing a lot of this
Yeah.
and all that. It's
Sure.
just, that's a lot of shoulder.
A lot of inside
mass.
tucking in.
Yeah, and that's what gives you all that bulk, but you want motion. You want mobility.
I feel like I could teach classes on maces and shit like that.
Yeah.
now. I really do.
No, I see you doing it all the time. You know what you're doing. I can tell you do a lot of them. Right. Yeah, that's a great shoulder mobility exercise.
See the full whole side of your body.
Uh-huh.
Once you keep your legs straight,
Yeah, I do them.
clubs.
That's good, It's just like he said, it's just for mobility of the shoulders, And I've never done this type of exercise, but I've seen a lot of people doing that just because of the mobility of the shoulder, It just helps you a lot to prevent injuries by doing this type of exercise.
So have you done these?
Yep.
Renegade rows? All right.
You go in single arm
them-
only, or you go switch?
Single arm only, I switch one at a time. So I start shoulder width apart, get down like this. I drop to a push up, hold, and then I do this.
That's good. His exercise. He's basically doing some push-ups and some rows, and basically doing some like full body with like basically more chest and back, basically, as he does the row. But it just gets your whole core in a good position because as he's just sitting in that position there, he's just controlling his body a lot. He does the exercise, and it's good. It's just like as his main focus is just to control the body and just make the full body like stronger. So it's good, because you've got a lot of strength in your core just to keep yourself in that position.
Do this, up, one,
Yep.
one.
Okay, 1-1.
Really works your core. Because when you're in that position,
Of
when
holding
you're
up.
pulling up, you really have to stabilize. Everything I do involves a lot of core. Strengthening your back and strengthening your abs and all the muscles that keep you stabilized.
Yep.
That's what keeps you.
Yeah, as he's just training like his full body, And like he just mentioned here, it's more concentrated on the core, this area of your body. And it's a good point that he's saying that, but he's just doing that because he's more like a fighter rather than just like a bodybuilder. And this type of exercise that he does, it's really good for that.
From getting injured, and that gives you real strength to be able to like shift your weight
of
with
course.
things. You're very strong. If you're doing this, you're strong.
That's a good weight.
Hard work's done. You do the sauna? You're obviously doing the work. You're strong as shit. You just have to get your diet right. Have you ever tried like a carnivore diet?
No. Atkins.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was a kid, but I shit all over the place. It was terrible.
The diarrhea in the beginning is extraordinary.
Yeah, it's extraordinary.
Yeah, looking good and feeling good is worth way more than what food tastes like.
40 years old. My goal was to be shredded before.
I love the way that he says that it's more important to feel good and look in the mirror and feel proud of yourself rather than just eating good food. I love this thing because a lot of people struggle with that. They get bored by eating the same food or the boring food which doesn't have a lot of taste. They get bored so easily with this type of food. But for example, myself, I just eat the same food all day long. It's just like I don't really care, to be honest. As long as I feel good with myself, I feel good with my body. I don't change that by just having a food with a lot of flavor for maybe like 20 minutes that I'm gonna be eating that. Because I know I'm gonna be feeling shit afterwards, especially if that's unhealthy. So I would rather have the same boring food than actually look in the mirror and not be proud of my body. So that's a good point.
Your body is built out of what you eat. So if you're eating garbage, your body doesn't have anything to work with.
Yeah.
And if you're eating good, healthy food, your body has healthy nutrients, your body can build itself and repair itself and prosper properly.
That's the point about like eating healthy. When you put good food in, the energy is just gonna come out. It's impressive, because garbage in, garbage out. Health food in, health energy out. So as simple as that. So that's the point about being healthy. Look the shape of the guy at 58 years old. It's impressive. He's just like, I really want to get to his age and just be like him. It's just like being able to do this type of exercise or workouts that he just did. It's just impressive. It's just like really good. Right, guys, I think that's basically it. That Joe Rogan workout. What I can say is just, if your time is limited and you really want to take a different approach with your exercises, and if you really want to work out at home or something like that, I think it's a very good workout. It's just very good for time efficiency. And if you haven't got time to do your cardios, it's a really good way to do it because you're gonna be good for your cardiovascular system. You're just gonna keep your heart pumping all the time, while doing the exercises. And I think it's a very good approach, especially if you really want to lose weight. But then it's just like, to build muscle over time, I think that is not the best type of workout to do. That's just my personal opinion. I think you're gonna have to end up going to the gym and do some isolated type of exercises. But this workout doesn't mean that you're not gonna be building muscle or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I think in the long term, you're gonna have to end up going to the gym and just like doing more different exercises. That's just gonna be more efficient to build muscle and try to grow them, because Joe Rogan is more like trying to keep the way that he is basically, and he's more like a fighter rather than just like someone who is just trying to build more muscle. So I hope you got some value from this video, and I've got a free community that I just created for business entrepreneurs who want to get in shape and just have a better, healthier lifestyle. I'm just gonna leave the link here in my description in the first pinned comment, and I hope you got some value from this video, and I'll see you on the next one.